Welcome to our daily mobility. Today we're working on our hips. We're just going to start off with a kneeling lunge or hip decoupling. So coming down into a kneeling position, just going to push our hip forward, so opening up the front of our hip flexor, and then we'll just take a step out to the side, again kind of pushing the hips towards that ground. And we're just going to go back and forth for 30 seconds on that same leg towards the front and then out to the side. And just nice deep breaths. Just trying to open up the front of that hip. Okay, switch sides, same thing. Again, feel that stretch through our hip flexor. And then step out to the side. We'll kind of feel that through the groin a little bit more. Again, we don't have to force it. Just go to where your body's going to allow you to go. Keep your breathing nice and steady. Nice, good. Okay, next one we're going to do is what's called a long leg monkey or a traveling ape. We want to start in as deep of a squat as we can get. If we can get all the way down here like this, that's fantastic. If you have to stay up a little bit higher, that's okay. And all we're going to do from here is we're just going to kind of lean forward, plant our hands on the ground, hop our foot over, and we're going to stretch this leg out, open up the front of our hips, and then we're just going to come across. Plant the hands again, and that little stretch across. So we're just going to kind of go back and forth a couple times here for about 45 seconds. And if you have to, you can stay, if you have to stay higher in that squat, just come down, kind of step your feet across. And again, as you come, just keeping those hips a little bit higher. But we want to try to get down as low as we can. Stretching those hips out, and we'll just go back and forth. Again, if you feel like you need to come up out of it for a second, you can. Drop back down. Stretch that across. Staying nice and low. Nice, good. Okay. From there, we're going to go into a 3-point bridge, or we can keep all 4 hands down if we have to. We're going to start off in our crab position, so feet about hip width apart or just slightly wider. Hands are going to be just slightly wider and shoulder width apart. Fingers pointed backwards, and we're just going to pull the shoulders back, drive the shoulders down. And we want to lift those hips up towards the ceiling, trying to open up the front of our hips. Come back down, switch hands. If you have to, you can keep both hands on the ground and just really feel like you're trying to open up the front of that hip joint. We're just going to go for 45 seconds. Back down, switch hands, up. Again, if you need to keep both hands on the ground, it's okay. Just really feel like you're trying to open up the front of the hips. Wash the shoulders. Can be a bit of work on that shoulder joint as well too to help stabilize the body. Do what you can. If you feel like you need a rest, take that rest and then jump back in. Nice, good. Okay, from there we're going to go into a couch stretch. So I'm going to use a bench for this, but whatever you have available, a chair, your couch, coffee table. I'm just going to hook the toe on, and we're going to drop that knee to the floor, and then we're going to sit up nice and tall. So we want to feel a nice big stretch through our quad into that hip flexor, and we're just going to hold that for 30 seconds on each side. Nice deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. Just let that heart rate kind of drop down a little. Nice big stretch in that quad. Try to relax into it more and more, right? Kind of pushing back into that stretch. The closer your knee comes to that anchor point, the more you'll feel it. We're gonna switch there. Again, drop down, and you may feel, quite a bit of difference from one side to the other. If you have to, you can kind of lean forward to take a bit of that tension out of it. And staying up nice and tall, feel that big pull. 10 seconds to go. And that's time. Great job. Enjoy the rest of your day. See you back here tomorrow.